happens when you go to talk to people. I printed these out for some of you. Maybe you might like. I give one to my daughter. When I said, why don't you give this to someone who you know that really needs to know where they're at? And she said, I'm going to need bunches of that.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. We all come in contact with people every day, just about. I have spent time with my relation and my wife's relation mainly. One of them just passed away not long ago, one of her brothers, who I used to spend a lot more time with than she ever spent with. He was a friend of mine. He and I went fishing together. We went frog gigging back in that day. And she said, well, why didn't you ever tell him? I tried to tell him. But every time I tried to tell him, he just give me that stare like, I'm not, you might as well be talking in Chinese. He didn't argue or anything like that. Never just stand there and stare at me. Then after I'm through, you through, let's go. He just passed away recently. Most of them, they refuse to talk to me about this. They'll talk to me about anything else. But you start talking about salvation, they don't want to talk. Oh, they're full of salvation. But they don't want to talk about it. They've always tried that, you know, and they get up against it and they have no answer. So if I want to get along with them, I got to talk about the family. How are you? Somebody had a baby, you know, and so on like that. That's all okay. But to talk about salvation, they don't want to hear it. And that's where I got the idea of the ostrich syndrome. You know? Because that's what it is. They just feel like that if they can hide from it,
yep,
they don't have to hear it. They don't have to see it. Well, I'm okay. Most of them have got a feel-good religion.
Yep.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've got a feel-good religion. I sit over here and I start praising, I start feeling good.
yeah.
Hallelujah, yes.
You would too if you would just turn loose and praise and worship. Most of you would be absolutely, you'd rather be beaten with many stripes than to get out here in the middle of this floor and raise your hand and just praise him as loud as you could. He wants that. He wants to be praised. He wants to be worshiped and praised in spirit and in truth. So I feel good. I feel wonderful. I feel the Spirit. And I sit there and I praise him. And then Brother Don get a funeral song, right? I guess they're all okay, but to me, you know, when I'm in that praising mood, I want praise, I want the worship. But as I started to say, most of these people have a feel-good religion. Talking to a young man here not long ago. And this young man has been blessed more than most because he has been revealed the true name. He knows it. And he knows it's a true name. But he knows that really, to really get along with all his friends, he has to use the other name too. So I told him, I said, brother, listen, you need to, look, if you want to have your salvation, right, you need to go down in the water in the name of Yeshua. And he said, I don't need to. I said, but that's what the word says. I don't need to because when I was baptized the last time, I felt so good. Well, let me tell you something. I don't care where you're at or what you're doing. If you begin to praise, you'll feel the Spirit.
Yeah.
I know a man who had murder in his heart, who wanted to kill. And that was the thing that was in his mind. I want to kill that man. But when he got there, he happened to get in the aura of a prophet. And he did, and not only him, but all of the soldiers that he sent before him to do it, all of them fell down and began to prophesy. Had murder in their heart, all of them did. But they felt the Spirit. So I know these people. I know if they begin to praise and worship, that they feel the Spirit. I know it because I was there. And I know I felt the Spirit. But feeling the Spirit is not salvation. It's only a blessing. Salvation's right here in the Word. I'll give everyone one of these if you'd like to take it. If you know somebody you'd like to have read it, maybe you might want to make copies of it. Or maybe you might want to do your own. You know? You know, you get out in the world, sooner or later you're going to run across the Baptist. He's going to have a whole stack up there. I don't know about you, but I have been getting letters from people I don't know, Jehovah's Witnesses. Sometimes they won't have their name on it, just their initial. And most of the time, they won't have their address. They'll have the address of the Kingdom Hall down here. But they'll have my name on, my wife's name on the front of the envelope. And inside, it's mainly, hey, you need to know things, and here, go here where you can find this on Jehovah Witness at org, it's whatever, JW.org. Just tell you, you know, more or less, hey, I'm contacting you and you need salvation and here's your help. I've decided that I'm going to send it back because I know that they probably won't read it and they probably won't get it because most of them it goes to the down here, it goes to the post office box of the Jehovah Witness. They don't want these people getting anything back. But they use the spirit of fear. Like I said in here. I saw the spirit of fear used in the Pentecostal church way back in the 1940s and 1950s. Back then, there was a crazy thing come out that a lot of the Pentecostals got into. It was called the Latter Rain Movement. And I'm not sure what it was because I was just a child. But I know I remember him saying, anybody know what happened to old Mort? Yeah, he went off in the latter rain. He don't come no more. We don't have anything to do with him. So this is not just a Jehovah's Witness thing. I saw it done in the Pentecostal church. Well, there, I don't think there was a rule that you could not associate with them, but people don't want to. Because I'm liable to find out something's going to change my mind about something. I have told you several times, and we have quite a few people now watching our live broadcast, and I don't know who all they are. But I have told you people something that you need to think about. I hear talk say, well, you know, I'd like to see a healing. I'd like to see a miracle. Well, you are a healing and you are a miracle. Look around. Just how many people know him? You can't know him without knowing his name. You are a miracle. If you want to see a miracle, turn around and look at any person here. You are a miracle. Don't throw it away. For heaven's sake. Be a light. I have said, and I'm serious about it, I like our little place back here in the woods, but I'd like to have a place out on the highway with a big light on it, blinking the name. Yeshua. I want to be a light. And we're all supposed to be a light. He said, you don't take it and hide it.